I'm not going to give you a question.
Trump is now being asked to deport his own wife. A viral petition with thousands of signatures is demanding that Trump apply his immigration policies to his own family. Starting with Melania, who came from Slovenia in the 1990s, became a U.S. citizen in 2006, and later brought her parents under the chain migration process Trump claims to oppose. And what about Barron, their son? People are now calling him an anchor baby, the same term Trump used against immigrant families for years. The message is clear. If these rules apply to everyone else, they should apply to you too. Congresswoman Maxine Waters is even calling for an investigation into the immigration status of Melania's parents. Did they overstay visas? Did they come undocumented?
She followed the law, earned her citizenship, and became the First Lady of the United States. This isn't about modeling, it's about illegal immigration. And Melania did it the legal way.
Except Melania Trump didn't actually follow the law, and as a result, she shouldn't even be a U.S. citizen of this country. Melania Trump took tens of thousands of dollars in paid modeling gigs before she was even allowed to work here. The documents show that the future wife of Donald Trump, who has taken strict stances on immigration enforcement, was paid for modeling jobs worth tens of thousands of dollars before she even had permission to work in the U.S. They showed that she was paid for 10 modeling assignments between September 10th and October 15th, 1996, during a time when her visa allowed her to be in the U.S. and look for work, but not to perform paid work in the country. And breaking any of the laws is grounds for deportation and a denial of future citizenship. So, if you guys care about immigration enforcement so much, that should have been Melania's path, but it wasn't, because this is the thing about the Conservative Party, and they'll never talk about this. They want strict enforcement until it's inconvenient to them. They want passes. They want to be able to choose who has to deal with this strict enforcement and who should just be allowed to bypass the laws.
Family, a few weeks ago, President Donald Trump called for the reinterpretation of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution of the United States, and he mentioned that naturalized citizens, will be deported out of America and they will lose their citizen status. They won't be citizens of America anymore. And people have gone straight to his family and asked in a viral petition to deport Melania, Melania Trump, the First Lady, her family, and even the son of Donald Trump, Barron Trump. And this petition has just attracted a lot of people, and it has brought a lot of conversation online on whether, Donald Trump should deport his wife if he wants to deport our naturalized citizens. And this has brought an issue right now in America. There are criticism saying that Melania Trump used the EB-1 visa, also known as the Einsten visa, which is typically reserved for individuals with extraordinary abilities in science, arts, or business. People are saying that she was not a top model when she got in America in the late 90s. The only reason she got that visa is his close relationship with Donald Trump, who was already a well-known businessman during the days. And this has brought a lot of questions. And some people are asking, why is it that now we have a law, trying to go against the 14th Amendment in regards to wanting to deport naturalized citizens? And some of the people who've spoken about this is American commentator and host Joy Reid and also Maxine Waters. So family, I want you to watch this video. Once the video is done, we will get back and do a critical analysis about the same. Let's watch this together, family.
Wow. Did you know there's a petition for the deportation of First Lady Melania Trump, Barron Trump, and also Melania Trump's father? Over 45,000 people have already signed this petition. And here's why they say this is only fair. Melania Trump came to the United States back in 1996 on a tourist visa. After that tourist visa, she was able to get an HB1 visa, which allowed her to stay due to work. Later on, after meeting President Trump, she was able to get an Einsten visa, which is very, very hard to get, and she didn't really meet the qualifications according to paperwork. Then she sponsored her parents to get green card under family-based immigration once she got hers. the same process that President Trump loves to call chain migration. Nevertheless, people say President Trump should be held at a higher standard because he is the president of the United States, but for some reason, his family's getting a pass. Congresswoman Maxine Waters called him out and said, look, if you're really worried about immigration and the immigration policy, first let's look into First Lady Melania Trump's immigration papers. Because while Trump is criticizing family-based visas, his family is based off of family-based visas. Nevertheless, this is Lady Queen Black with news. Bye, guys.
Trump is now being asked to deport his own wife. A viral petition with thousands of signatures is demanding that Trump apply his immigration policies to his own family. Starting with Melania, who came from Slovenia in the 1990s, became a U.S. citizen in 2006, and later brought her parents under the chain migration process Trump claims to oppose. And what about Barron, their son? People are now calling him an anchor baby, the same term Trump used against immigrant families for years. The message is clear. If these rules apply to everyone else, they should apply to you too. Congresswoman Maxine Waters is even calling for an investigation into the immigration status of Melania's parents. Did they overstay visas? Did they come undocumented? No answers yet. Because here's the truth. Overstaying a visa is a crime. Crossing undocumented is too. So why is Trump's family exempt? This isn't just outrage, it's a cry from immigrants who work, pay taxes, and live under fear. Because the real crime isn't migration, it's using the law to punish the poor while protecting your own. Comment if you believe laws should apply to all, not just the powerless. Share before it disappears.
Back with another video. I definitely had to bring y'all this because Maxine Waters is back running her mouth again. This time she's attacking Melania, talking about that the government needs to investigate Melania and deport her back to Slovenia. So let me get this right. So Maxine Waters and these Democrats can keep talking about Melania when Melania don't respond to ghetto. She don't respond to people who shouldn't even still be in office. It should be term limits. She's not going to respond to you. But the fact that y'all keep bringing her up, talking about she need to be deported, but yet you can tell Melania that somebody that's here legally, she came here the right way, but yet these illegal aliens that's here, y'all won't tell them to go back home. Y'all don't want them deported. Y'all want them here so they can keep getting free health care, free Medicaid, keep getting all of this stuff and straight lying to the American people. That's exactly what y'all doing. Y'all got Hakeem Jeffries. He ain't number just a dollar store Timu Obama. That's exactly what Hakeem Jeffries is. He's a dollar store Obama. You can go in the store and pick him up for $2. No taxes. Just straight $2. You can walk out the store with dollar store Hakeem Jeffries, a.k.a. Barack Obama. So it's just the fact that they keep on trying to attack Melania. Then you had Jasmine Crockett last week just attack Melania, talking about, oh, she need to be deported. They keep on attacking her, but they want to attack these illegal aliens that's here illegally. So not only that, Maxine Waters tried to, put her bodyguard up on Nick Sorter for asking her a question on pretty much on why she's supporting illegal aliens over the American people. She couldn't answer the question. So she pretty much tried to get her bodyguard, whoever this guy is, to jump on a reporter that supports President Trump. So like I said, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support, and shout out to the ones who always stay to the very end and let me know in the comment section that you did watch the entire video. I appreciate all of you that do that because it definitely helps get the video out there, and the ones that come straight in and hit that like button. I appreciate all of you. Without further ado, let's go ahead and dive straight into this, and I need y'all to please stay to the very end because this is very, very important. We're going to expose Maxine Waters for who she really is. So check this out on screen right here by a Politics Video channel. He said, breaking, Representative Maxine Waters just asked the government to investigate and potentially deport Melania Trump back to Slovenia. Asking them that, but you can't, you didn't want to say that about Alberto Garcia. You didn't want to say that about him and all these other illegal aliens who be getting rounded up and y'all trying to get them to stay in the United States, but y'all want to attack Melania. They just don't make any sense. And listen to Maxine Waters right here talking about Melania. And like I said before, Melania has not said anything about Maxine Waters, nor Jasmine Crockett, none of them. They just keep bringing her up. Melania's too classy. She's not going to respond to this woman, Maxine Waters. She's not going to respond to you. So the more you keep talking about it, you're just making yourself look like a fool. Like I told you about Jasmine Crockett yesterday, Melania don't respond to ghetto, and she don't respond to people who should not still be in office, which is Maxine Waters. She should have been retired a long time ago. So check this out of her attacking Melania.
If he wants to start looking so closely to find those who were born here and their parents were...
Breaking news. Rep. Maxine Waters just asked the government to investigate and potentially deport Melania Trump back to her country. In reality, you guys should be deporting her to Alligator Alcatraz, where she needs to be, and her orphan son Byron. Get them the hell out of here ASAP, soon as possible. Maxine Waters, I love you so much. Thank you for investigating this and getting the signatures to potentially deport her back to her home country.
Yes, Maxine Waters does owe Melania Trump an apology after what she said the other day about Melania's immigration status and she needs to be investigated. Are you kidding me? She's the first lady. Maxine, it's time for you to retire. It's time for you to go away. You do nothing but cause problems, and you're supposed to be a leader? What is wrong with you? Are you really that ineffective as a leader that you have to resort to saying things like that about the First Lady? Give me a break.
How much money you have, Elon? We don't give a damn about those. We are going to defend the Constitution because we believe in democracy. So many people have sacrificed and fought and died for democracy. And Trump comes along with his ignorant and he don't even know the Constitution. If he wants to start looking so closely to find those who were born here and their parents were undocumented, maybe he ought to first look at Melania. We don't know whether or not her parents were documented, and maybe we'd better just take a look.
She followed the law, earned her citizenship, and became the First Lady of the United States. This isn't about modeling, it's about illegal immigration. And Melania did it the legal way.
Except Melania Trump didn't actually follow the law, and as a result, she shouldn't even be a U.S. citizen of this country. Melania Trump took tens of thousands of dollars in paid modeling gigs before she was even allowed to work here. The documents show that the future wife of Donald Trump, who has taken strict stances on immigration enforcement, was paid for modeling jobs worth tens of thousands of dollars before she even had permission to work in the U.S. They showed that she was paid for 10 modeling assignments between September 10th and October 15th, 1996, during a time when her visa allowed her to be in the U.S. and look for work, but not to perform paid work in the country. And breaking any of the laws is grounds for deportation and a denial of future citizenship. So, if you guys care about immigration enforcement so much, that should have been Melania's path, but it wasn't, because this is the thing about the Conservative Party, and they'll never talk about this. They want strict enforcement until it's inconvenient to them. They want passes. They want to be able to choose who has to deal with this strict enforcement and who should just be allowed to bypass the laws. That is the Conservative Party. That is the hypocrisy that they exhibit.
Don't ask me questions like that. You're not a very good reporter doing that. Okay, go ahead.
Trump lashes out after reporter asks if he'll self-deport on live television. What was meant to be a moment of triumph quickly turned into one of the most embarrassing scenes of the year. Standing in the White House garden, Donald Trump proudly unveiled his latest proposal, ending birthright citizenship. America is for true, pure-blooded Americans, he declared with confidence. But things took a sharp turn when a journalist spoke up with a bold question. Mr. Trump, since you're the child of immigrants and currently facing 34 criminal charges, will you be setting the example and self-deporting? The pause was chilling. Trump stood frozen for a few seconds, then burst out in fury. What a ridiculous question, how dare you? Security rushed to escort the reporter out, but the damage was already done. Cameras had caught every second. The fallout was immediate. Social media erupted. People praised the journalist for saying what so many have been thinking, and a new question is now racing across the internet. If children of immigrants can lose their citizenship, can Trump still legally remain in power? Share your thoughts in the comments.
Real quick, this video is for all of those people who talk about undocumented immigrants are here illegally because they either overstayed their visa or they came into the country on a misdemeanor violation of our immigration law. And you all say that all of them should be deported from the country. Well, I would like to remind you that this is Melania Trump. And you all know she used to be a nude model. And there is evidence that on her 1996 visa application that she worked and earned money in this country on a tourist visa, which is a violation of the terms and conditions of that visa. And let's not forget that when she started dating Donald Trump in 2000, she applied for the Einsten visa. Now, the Einstein visa, or EB1 visa, in theory is reserved for people that are highly acclaimed in their field. And you can pause and read about Oscar winners, academics, and multinational executives. So I wonder, what was Melania Trump, former nude model, dating Donald Trump, highly acclaimed at? But I digress. Moving right along. So if we're going to start deporting people that are in the country illegally, right? Shouldn't we start at the top? Or is this just the wrong color? Yeah, just the wrong color. Yeah, just gonna leave this right.
Okay, this is what I'm here for. This is the shit that we are waiting for, girl. Maxine Waters, you know Miss Maxine, girl, she don't F around, girl. I'm trying to not drop the F-bombs on TikTok since they're getting so clean and scrubby. Anyway, listen, let me just say, Maxine, girlfriend, y'all know, honey, she is giving us beyond the gates realness, honey. She just asked the government to investigate and, wait for it, girl, potentially deport Mel, girl, Melania Trump. Girl, send her back to Slovenia, girl. We do not want to see her here, girl. Yes, she's an immigrant, girl. What, did she buy the 500 million gold card to get into the country, girl? I think not, girl. Banish her, girl. It's like the traitors, girl. Y'all leave the castle immediately, right? And take Barron with you, girl, because, you know, do we really want the Antichrist to be here in the United States, girl? We have enough issues, girl. Let her just, you know, brew him in Slovenia. Yeah, Maxine, girl, I'm here for you, hon.
Hey guys, another story just broke. There's a new petition, a move on petition calling on Donald Trump to deport his wife. Hey, this petition has reached thousands of signatures. A lot of people have signed this petition. They are claiming that if Donald Trump can deport people that have lived all their lives in America, Donald Trump should deport his wife because she is an illegal immigrant to the US of A. Do you guys think that Donald Trump will deport his wife, the bone of his bone, the flesh of his flesh, the liver of his liver? I don't know. Americans will not they do.
Amounts over President Trump's plan to deport naturalized citizens, a viral petition is turning the spotlight on the president's own family. Titled Deport Melania, her parents, and Barron, it questions the First Lady's immigration path as well as Barron's birthright status. With nearly 3,000 signatures, the petition highlights concerns.
Family, I knew this was coming amid intensified, immigration laws in America. You understand that for the past months, since Donald Trump took office as the President of the United States of America, one of the things that he's been vocal with very, very much has been issues of immigration. He said he wants to ensure that there will be mass deportations, and right now we've seen Americans cry so much. We've seen ICE raids, we've seen people cry, farmers in Nebraska, begging the government to allow the immigrants to work in their farms. People are afraid to go to work to these farms because they know that there'll be ICE raids. We've seen a lot of ICE protests, people complaining about the constant ICE raids, people complaining about the ICE agents not having badges, wearing masks and trying to divide their families. And this has just become a very, very big issue in America. And the other day, Donald Trump also, reviewed the 14th Amendment and said that naturalized citizens will no longer be the citizens of America. Their status, of being citizens will be revoked. And they'll be deported as well. And people thought about this, and many people have come and asked, is it different when it comes to your family? Is it different when it comes to Melania Trump? And that has been an issue right now in America. And it has been an issue that has been made public. And some of the people who've spoken about it is Maxine Waters and the American commentator and host Joy Reid, asking, is his family an exemption to this new law? Because now if these must be passed into law and naturalized citizens are removed from America, that would mean that you'd also deport your wife, because people went deeper and looked into, how Melania Trump got into America. Some people are saying that this is disrespectful for them to talk that way, against the first wife, the first lady. People are saying it could be disrespectful for them to talk about that, And some of the things that people have been asking is the nature of her visa when she came in America. Amid intensified immigration enforcement and the Donald Trump administration's attempt to revoke the citizenship of naturalized Americans, a petition has gone viral demanding that the U.S. First Lady Melania Trump, her son Baron Trump, and her parents must be deported. The criticism is focused on Melania Trump's use of the EB-1 visa, which is also nicknamed as the Einsten visa, typically reserved for individuals with extraordinary abilities in the fields of science, arts, or business. And some people have also gone further to say that this specific visa is given to the top, to the top people with these extraordinary abilities. You could be having an ability in science and you're extraordinary, but you should be on the top. That is some of the argument that people have. People are saying that they accept that Melania Trump came to America as a model, but the real issue is that she wasn't one of the top models then. So she didn't deserve to get the Einsten visa, which later helped her. After staying in America, she got a green card. Then after 5 years, she was now able to get the citizenship by 2006. And this is not sitting well with some people, American commentator and host Joy Reid said, if President Donald Trump is serious about denaturalization and deporting citizens, he should worry about the president he will set. Cautioning Trump about the potential ramifications of denaturalizing and deporting citizens, he gave a message and said, and I quote, your policy could later be used against your family members. These reports the Daily Beast. Touring an immigrant prison this week in Florida, Trump has said he's open to deporting citizens. And these are some of the reasons why some citizens are mad and saying that if this will be a policy in America, then it must work even for his family. That would mean that his wife is being deported. This has come at a time when people are also questioning the whereabouts of Melania Trump. Many a times nowadays on public forums, people do not see her. you know, and there are people are asking themselves a lot of questions. The petition claims that since Melania is a naturalized citizen, she and her family should be on the first boat out. If Trump's proposals are applied fairly, it also refers to Baron Trump as an anchor baby and cites the birth of Melania's mother outside the US as part of the criteria Trump's policy reportedly targets. If it's good for one, it's good for all. There should be no exemptions, the petition reads. According to Fox News, the petition surfaced soon after Congresswoman Maxine Waters, speaking at the anti-dog protest in Los Angeles on 25th March, questioned Melania Trump's immigration history. Maybe you ought to first look at Melania, she said. Family, I want you to let me know in the comment section down below what you think about the issue and the call for the deportation of the First Lady Melania Trump in the midst of Donald Trump trying to find reforms, you know, of the 14th Amendment and ensuring that naturalized citizens will not be granted citizenship and rather will be deported just like other immigrants. Guys, like this video so that it can be recommended to other YouTube users, and I'll be very, very grateful. Lastly, kindly do consider subscribing to the channel. We are currently on the road to 50,000 subscribers, and guys, I can never do this without your support. Thank you guys, and see you all in our next episode. Goodbye for now.